You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, today I want to talk about some single people in Port Charles that need love in their life and some romantic pairings that fans are dying to see and a couple that I'm dying to see. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I want to talk about romantic partners for Tracy Quartermaine, Nina Reeves, Jason Morgan, and several others. And hey, if you're not following us, please click that subscribe button. Now let's dive into the romantic state of affairs in Port Chuck. I first want to say, I know there's plenty of people that would like to see Drew far away from Willow and her with a new romantic partner, but I'm not going to dive into that today. That deserves its whole own video about who Willow should pick that would be better than Drew, which would be literally almost any guy with a pulse in Port Charles. So I'm not going to touch them today, just to let you know. All right, let's start out with the number one on our list, the very opinionated, stubborn, loud, and beautiful silver-haired cougar, Tracy Quartermaine. She has been on a tirade lately about Drew, all the kids running around the house, Sasha, her pregnancy, lots of other topics. And it's my theory that Tracy might chill out some if she had a man in her life and in her bed. And yeah, she misses Luke Spencer. He was her person for many years. But if you remember how they met, he was running a con on Tracy, and it didn't start out with her and Luke in this deep, genuine love. It was kind of a scam from the start. And then it grew into more. And I loved them together. I'll say that. But what I have in mind is I'd like to see Tracy in a romantic pairing with Spitfire attorney Silver Fox Martin Gray. First of all, both of those beautiful heads of silver hair would look fantastic together on the pillow they share, you know? Second, the way they push each other's buttons just screams chemistry. And third, the fact that they really dislike each other intensely means it would be an electric pairing. I always say here, my favorite trope in movies and books is enemies to lovers, where the pair starts out really disliking each other and then they fall very deeply in love. And, you know, they say that thin line between love and hate. I think that could be the case for Tracy and Martin. All right, number two on my list. The next lovely lady I want to talk about is Jordan Ashford. She seems to finally have moved past that lingering interest in Curtis Ashford. Now that Portia Robinson finally told Curtis the whole truth and their marriage is on very solid ground, Jordan sees there's no potential there and she stopped lurking. And at one point, GH seemed to be leaning towards something between Drew and Jordan. They were putting them in a lot of scenes together. There was a flirty vibe. And I am so glad that never manifested, because Drew has turned out to be the biggest tool in Port Charles, and I don't think he deserves love from anybody. As for Jordan, she has great chemistry with Dr. Isaiah Gannon, but they are moving at a snail's pace. And I will say I do like Jordan and Isaiah and the vibe they have. And so I want more of it. I want them to go ahead and manifest this pairing, put Jordan with Isaiah now. Don't let it drag out for 9 months or a year before it comes to fruition. Hopefully, this situation with Jordan showing this fake interest in Jen Sidwell will move things along between them, between her and Isaiah. You know, if Jordan gets into a dangerous situation and her life's on the line, and maybe Isaiah rides to the rescue, but they need to pick up the pace and make this couple happen soon. So number three, the next single lady on the list to talk about is Molly Lansing-Davis. I will admit, she and TJ Ashford together were kind of a boring stay-at-home, low-key couple, but I'm also not happy they pushed Taj Bello back onto recurring after TJ and Molly broke up. I think it would have been a lot more interesting to keep TJ around and, you know, have him get Christina pregnant or something insane and fun, something different for him too. Like how they're trying to grow Molly in a different way. They could have done that with TJ. They haven't even mentioned him in so long. It's like he just vanished. And now, of course, we've got Molly in scenes with Cody Bell. I was not sure about this the first time they pushed them together. Like, I could tell what they were doing, that they were chemistry testing, doing a read, seeing how fans reacted. And at first I was like, I don't know. But the more I see Molly with Cody, the more the pair is growing on me. You know, the first positive point about it is they're not cousins, so yay. Second, Molly is wound up so tight, she needs somebody fun like hard drinking and rando punching cowboy Cody. I think Molly needs a little wild in her life, and Cody is a wild card. He could rock her world. I want to see it happen. I want to see them do it at a good pace. And again, don't drag it out forever. Plus, since Molly is an attorney, that would be a big win for Cody because it doesn't look like he's going to stay out of trouble, and he may need ongoing legal advice. Might be a little bit of a conflict of interest for Molly since she's working at the DA office, but still, I like it. All right, number 4, let's talk about pregnant Sasha Gilmore. She has Michael's baby in her belly and is letting everybody think that Jason Morgan got her pregnant, and she's got a little stone cold bun in her oven. And they're doing that, of course, so it doesn't mess up Michael's future custody case that may manifest at whatever point Chad Duell comes back and Michael returns from the Crispy Critter Clinic in Germany. So I enjoyed Sasha with Cody. I am very glad they didn't have them do the deed since they turned out to be cousins. It was creepy enough how often they had them making out, because the idea of them being literal kissing cousins is super icky. And speaking of icky kisses, that lip lock between Jason and Anna still haunts me. I didn't like it. I don't like the idea of Jason being with Anna. It's not the age thing. It just, I don't know. I don't feel it. Like, Anna had this great chemistry with Valentine. That is my ship for them. Vanna was fire, and her with Robert, I enjoyed that back in the day. Loved her with Duke, but her with Jason, nothing for me. But I can totally see potential for Sasha and her fake baby daddy, Jason. And he's not had a romance since he came back to town, which is a huge waste. Plus, I think once Sasha gives birth, Jason will be involved in raising Michael's son because Jason helped raise other kids in the past, Carly's notably. Michael, Jocelyn. He's not always been present for his own kids, but lately he has done a much better job out of necessity, but still. I could totally see Sasha and Jason raising this child together and it going from, fake baby daddy to a real deal romance very soon. I see lots of potential there. All right, number 5, the last couple I want to talk about, half of it is Nina Reeves. And the other half is somebody who has a romantic interest currently, but I think needs to walk away from this person ASAP. I'm talking about Sonny Corinthos. I personally do not like Natalia, not one bit. I love the actress, but I feel like they brought this character on to be some sort of villainous voice, and so they ruined her right off the bat, and then they decided to keep her, but they made her so unlikable that it's really hard. They're like behind the 8 ball, right? And now that Nina and Sonny are divorced and all the back and forth with her and Carly is bygones because they're working together to take down Drew, Nina and Sonny share grandkids, and I honestly think she brought out good things in him. And obviously there was the Nina reporting Carly to the SEC thing that made Sonny leave her. But at this point, I think he's forgiven her. I think Carly's worked through it. Carly's with Jack. She seems to have fully moved on from Sonny, and I think if Nina reunited with Sonny, people would be a lot more chill about it the second time around, and I like them together.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.